The International Trade Commission issued an order to halt the importation of certain Apple Watches into the United States last week, handing a major win to medical device maker Masimo in a years-long patent battle with the most valuable company in the world. It's an important bargaining chip for Masimo founder and CEO Joe Kiani, who said his company has spent upwards of $65 million related to ongoing patent and trade secret litigation with Apple over its pulse oximeter, a blood oxygen sensor that has become a selling point for premium smartwatches and fitness trackers. The commission sided with Masimo that Apple infringed on 2 patents related to the pulse oximeter, and the ban would prohibit certain Apple Watches that include the sensor, first introduced in the Series 6 in 2020, from being imported into the United States. It also includes a cease-and-desist order that stops sales of infringing products already in the country. The import ban is now subject to a 60-day presidential review and, barring intervention by the Biden administration, is slated to go into effect on December 25. Apple said it plans to appeal the decision, which does not immediately affect Apple Watch sales. Kiani told Forbes he hopes the ITC decision might speed things up and push Apple towards a settlement agreement with its $4.2 billion market cap challenger. But he said he won't accept a check for a licensing deal from the $2.7 trillion tech giant to keep selling its existing pulse oximeter product as is. Kiani said Masimo's technology either needs to be incorporated into the Apple Watch, or he would work with Apple on theirs till it's good enough to have Masimo's reputation behind it. Kiani first met with Apple in 2013 as one of 28 companies discussing the possibility of including health sensors in future versions of the Apple Watch, according to legal filings. He has alleged in lawsuits that since that meeting, Apple poached his employees, stolen trade secrets and infringed on Masimo's patents. Apple has denied all of these allegations. But unless Apple can convince the Biden administration to veto the ruling in the next 2 months, the ban would go into effect while the appeals process plays out in federal court. Masimo has wrongly attempted to use the ITC to keep a potentially life-saving product from millions of U.S. consumers while making way for their own watch that copies Apple, spokesperson Fred Sainz said in a statement. It is a big deal for Masimo because this is not something Apple can just sweep under the rug or ignore, said John Presper, counsel at Foster, Murphy, Altman and Nickel, who isn't involved in the litigation but represents clients before the commission. Masimo is in a much stronger position now, he said, because one of Apple's previous tactics, trying to convince the Patent Trial and Appeal Board to invalidate Masimo's patents central to this dispute, has already failed.